Hi, I'm Bode Miller of the U.S. Ski Team.
And I'm Phil McNichol, head men's coach of the U.S. Ski Team, and welcome to Sports School. In this video, we're going to show you some fundamentals that'll take you from an advanced intermediate to an expert skier.
The first segment we're going to cover today is pole planting. And pole planting meaning not just to use to get from your car to the chairlift, but pole planting as it relates to an expert skier.
The pole plant is one of those elements of skiing that applies just as easily to moguls, powder, free skiing around as it does directly to my racing.
The first element in pole planting we're going to talk about is the timing of the pole plant. And the timing occurs at the completion of one turn as you're releasing and moving into the next. So it's finish the turn, extend, release, and plant.
It's the very first movement to the transition of the new edge. So a lot of people seem to think about that pole plant as the end of one turn. I think it's a much more healthy thought process anyway. It helps a lot of beginners, a lot of intermediates to think of it as the very first part of your turn. It's the part that initiates your body going down the hill, gets you into a solid position so that when you make the transition to the new edge, you're able to build pressure quickly and move inside, as opposed to having it be the end of the turn before and then you have to start the movement new. This is the very first step into the new turn.
Which is a difficult concept because really the end of one turn should be the beginning of the next turn. It should blend together as you're now moving from an advanced intermediate to an expert skier. So let's just remember the timing of the turn and the pole plant is at the finish of the turn and at the beginning of the next turn. So you're releasing one turn, planting, beginning the next. This is key in your timing.
I was doing a couple things up on the hill where I was loading up the ski, maxing it out, so I was actually getting airborne at the end of the turn. And I think it's something that every expert skiers felt when they're going through powder, when you get that light section of the turn in between, right where you're making your transition. And when I was doing that, I was experimenting with the timing of that, and it's a perfect cue for that pole plant. Is right when you leave the ground, that pole plant should be there, and that starts the whole body moving to the inside for the beginning of the next turn.
Our first element in pole planting is the timing of the pole plant. And if you watch Bode ski here, you'll notice the pole swing occurs through the arc of the turn, and then as he releases the turn, he touches his poles in the snow. Release, touch. Turn, swing, release, touch. Turn, swing, release, touch. So this is a good demonstration of the proper timing of the pole plant, where you actually swing the pole through the turn, touch the pole as you release and transition into the